And welcome to the stream. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. My name is Lee, and we are on our cyberpunk kick. Yes, I've missed a few streams on account of being, you know, sleep, but still, I think we're in a good place. Sorry, my ear. Um, going here, we're gonna go, live now. Um, um, so my revised timeline, for this whole cyberpunk project is I'm going to have all of them except we're going to skip Lawman and Corporate, and then we're going to um I'm going to skip Lawman and Corporate unless we have time for them, and then the first Sunday in October, I'm going to run. See if I. Oh no, that's Virtual Greyhawk Con. Hang on. Second Sunday in October. Yeah, second Sunday in October. I'm going to run a practice game. That's our plan. First Sunday in October, I might do like a whole Greyhawk. I don't think I'm running anything for Virtual Greyhawk Con. I'm pretty sure I'm not, but and if I am, I have to. Well, we'll put a pin in that for now. But I'm definitely going to be on a few people's streams, bits and bobs here and there. So I will see. Um, we'll see how that goes. In the meanwhile, let me go to here. Um, okay. Let me see. Oh yes, we're going through. We're doing. We were going through our creation. We're creating our little guys. I might have to go through and edit all of them that they have. Um, there are only 8 of them, right? Hang on, let me check how many. Okay, that's how to Netrunner. Combat, so the machine, for the future. Skill, statistic, weapon, armor, outfit, tailspin. Okay, let's go to 43. And we have. Um, 29. Okay, so on page 29, I got a whole list of them. We got Rockabye, Solos, Netrunners, Techs, Medtechs, Medias, that's 6. Yeah, we got 8. So then the fixer, fixers and nomads. So we're gonna have at least 7, 8 if we can get to nomad. That's our plan. We have at least 7 of these guys, and we're going to run on Sunday. I'm gonna have to do some off stream, I think, but we're gonna have on that particular Sunday, we're gonna have a pre showcase battle. The first time running, getting my shit in gear. Okay, so yeah, I think that's gonna be fun. But let's go back. We were doing Netrunner, as I recall. Um, we might skip ahead. We'll do tech and med tech, and then we'll skip ahead to yeah. All right, and then skip ahead to the fixer, and then go back for media. Yeah, I think that's gonna be our plan. So let's go, and then we'll edit the how many. So tech. Okay, our Netrunner. We had a Netrunner going. I didn't name any of these characters. Maybe should have. Perhaps that might have been a good plan. But in any case, we're doing this. Alright, so they're gonna have a preliminary ad in 2 minutes, right? I'm like getting hard in the groove. So I'm gonna open up the Netrunner that I was working on. Those of you who've been, hi, my name is Lee, not a woman, etc., etc. We're doing Cyberpunk right today. Okay, sorry. Okay, Netrunner, or Cyberpunk pre-gen. So those of you who don't unfamiliar, I can't remember if I said that or not. So basically, what we oh hey, it showed up like that on the stream. Let me just get this all squared so it looks good on that one. That's pretty good. Okay, so basically what we're doing, we're creating one for each role, or at least 8 of them. We're creating these characters. We're going through their life paths, and then we're going to have them as pre-gens, and then we're going to give them to players when they go Gamehole Con in 2025. But I'm hoping to do the weekend before that as a kind of showcase game where we're just doing, you know, teal colored hair. Um, so corporate contract work, but a lot of extra side stuff. All right. So this is our we mostly got our Netrunner done. I think we got skill statistics kit. We just have to get a little bit on the net running side. Let's see. We're gonna go down. So we ran that, set roll ability to 4, and roll ability is interface. Okay, and then a deeper explanation later on what interface is. So I'm gonna go down. We've been creating these characters. They're all from South Africa. We've been doing some of that ethics, division, who, execs, and lawman in a punk game. So we're maybe skipping those. Corrupt. Lawman. We got exec. Okay. So we had our Netrunner. Tech Netrunner. Yeah, we had all of these. Who's gunning for you, which is someone pissed off. Then we go to the bottom up. Once we've done our life path, we did our skills, we did our stats, we're doing our, I think cyberware is the next one. We got all our skills, which we went through. And I think that's, alright, they're gonna start an ad. I'm gonna get myself a little more coffee, and then we're gonna, during that, I have coffee instead of tea. Also water, because hydrate or dihydrate. And let's see if I can find a snack. And then we're going to, we have this going, chug along. Keep going with Netrunner. We're gonna, oh, right, I have both. So you see what I have here. Let's see, Libra, so we can do this. That's basically what we've got going on. So let me, I'm gonna have the ad. When the ad break starts, I slip off. Yes, okay. Look at how cute Addie is, and I'll be back in a flash. Okay, let's see what I wrote. Okay, not bad. Okay, hi. Back. Definition. We're living the 2 beverage life. It's not 3, but we're okay. I'm also trying to get this here to make sure the piercing doesn't close, because I think it's starting to, which is I think why it hurts so much. So I have both ears in today. Okay, so we got our skills. This is the character sheet. We got our skills. We got our part of our kit. So let's fit it for the future. calculated skills. We're doing weapons, and we got our. We have a very parry pistol, and that's our weapon. Okay, so we got armor. We got light armor jack. What does that do? Stopping power of 11. Doesn't have any penalties or anything, which is light armor jack. Okay. Rocker boy women's. Okay, so then we go to Netrunner. We got very heavy pistol, ammunition, light, and light. Okay. So this is the kit. So we got other. And how you get your stuff. Typical. So there's other stuff we're doing. Well, we'll talk about food in a minute, but let's. This is all sorts of useful. We got our agent. Okay, let's go to. What does solos have? What do netrunners have? An agent. Cyberdeck with 7 slots. Okay, an agent. A cyberdeck. And then we'll not deck. 7 slots. We'll put that there. We'll put a pin in that later. Apparently, hang on. Alright, you're being fussy. Okay. It's not too bad yet. Sorry, my computer is not exactly a high performance machine. It serves for what it does. Hopefully it has an SSD card we can crib, but yeah, it's not exactly 100%, and that's kind of not great. Oh right, we have to put the other SSD and try and get all the images out, which we didn't get from the other computer. Anyway, 7 slots. Let me check. Well, okay, we need to do that later. First thing virtuality goggles. Yep. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Oh, I'm getting these from here, by the way. This is where the steering part comes in, so doing this. Oh, I should check chat too. Okay, no one's in chat so far. But, yeah. Gonna do this. Let's see. Uh, um, uh, what was I gonna say? I had a whole plan on this. Okay, pre-gen creation. Okay. Sorry. So the funny thing, in fact, is if you write up a link and you misspell Twitch, it will still link you to Twitch. Oh, right, I have to put the 99 on the end because apparently that's uncouth if I don't. Beautiful. Alright, and there is another L-Hawk, and they don't even do anything or stream or anything cool. Because if there's another L-Hawk streamed, we could, like, do collabs and stuff, but no. I was not born in 1999, fun fact. I was born a little earlier. It's just, I found the numbers to be fun. But what I was going to say was... let's keep going. Here's my point. Yes. Basically, boom, 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 boom. What was I going to go? I was going to game of... No, I was going to, go to... Um, um, Okay. Sorry, anyone who watches the stream regularly knows that I do tend to forget to do this, and it is kind of a thing I should keep doing. But in any case, we have a cyber deck, we have virtuality goggles. Let me put this here. So if you can see, I'm copying down this list onto my character sheet for our lovely young one from and quasi sorp virtuality goggles. Lovely and demi corporate sellout kinda. Um, program armor, program sword. Okay. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do program. Yes. Program worm. Oh, I see. Sia or eraser. Um. So we got. We're gonna have to choose. I'm gonna put those in print. So is Sia or eraser program. Um. I'm gonna say Vrizbolt. Yeah, I'm gonna say Vrizbolt because we already have sword. Um. I don't know what it does, but we shall have it. And then Sword of Vrizbolt, Warmer Sword. I think I'm starting to think Sword might be one of those ones where you only. Um. I don't know. We'll have to look through, and if it. Um. 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 Yeah, I think we did generic. Let's see. I'm gonna put. Generic chick. Top. Is times. How did we? Okay, I'm gonna hit save. Yes, we're using rich text format, and I'm gonna do what we did with the we've been doing, which is bring up the Rocker Boy one. Yes, that way. I think you're still seeing that one, but I have the Rocker Boy up too. And what I'm doing with that one is I'm just checking the formatting of how did we, because I want to make them as format compatible. I'm gonna obviously copy them over into the other thing, but I want to make them as format compatible as possible. So what I've been doing is just, I'm like, okay, so how did I do it on this one? How did I make notes about this on that? Um, um, so, but, uh, other, okay, and then cyberware. Generic chick. Oh, I see. I did generic chick, leisure wear, urban flash. Okay, so generic chick. So we're gonna do program. We might, Netrunner might require, but what we did is, okay, so that's the Rocker Boy. We want the, or Netrunner because, it's which kind of, top, let's see, it was top times 10, okay. And then, okay, I see how it goes. Top times, um, so I have 10 shirts. Shirts are fun. Okay, 10 different shirts. Let's see what we got. How much clothing do we have? Leisure wear, footwear times 2, jewelry, and bottoms times 2. Okay, so footwear. Ooh, we get options on the shoes. Jewelry, and then some basic cute pieces, and then in really cute maybe the jacket's the clothing that's like the special one, because it's only one. Well, we'll think on that. I think that was our most used. What was our enemy, friends, parents, most treasured possessions? Uh, yeah, I'm gonna say the jacket because it's there's only one, right? So that actually makes a lot of sense. The fancy one. Okay, so that's all right. So that's what we got in terms of clothing and tools, and I'm gonna give them all some generic tools, like a few days worth of some extra kibble in case they get stranded, and sleeping bags, and mm, we'll see what other useful bits and bobs they might get. But I'm gonna go through more carefully through for now, that's what they're getting. Um, okay, that's the kit. Now what else? And now we switch back to this so you can see what we've got, which is here. That's okay. That's all our yeah. So oop, come on, please don't do this to me. Thank you. Okay, how to get your outfit in gear. Street rats and edge runners, which is what we're doing. We're doing edge runner. So we'll have a little extra um, um, option to buy more gear as the character progresses. All right, so I might give them an upgrade in certain things, but let's look at armor and gear. On like I try to get 200 gear bucks by weapons gear. Just the list. This extra option is where you're buying cyber. Make sure you leave some money for important purchases. Okay. You keep any you don't spend. Fashion. Okay, so lifestyle and housing. Um, Character generation, if you are an executive staff living in a rented cargo container, either in the overcrowded suburbs of the city or in a combat zone, and living a not so luxurious kibble lifestyle. For the first month, rent and kibble are free, Chumba, but you owe 101,000 euro bucks on the first of the month. So this is ideally they'll earn, but by the end of the thing, enough euro bucks to pay rent for the next month. I might actually set it. That's a thought. I might set their adventure the day before rent is due, because that would be an interesting. So I'm gonna run a high clock walk it. Welcome. I'm back to the cyberpunk. So I'm working on my netrunner, and I'm like this lifestyle and housing thing. I'm thinking I might if I'm gonna do. I decided I'm gonna run like a practice one shot, not practice. Like it's gonna be. I'm gonna do stream it. I think if I can get people to agree. If I can, I'm hoping that I can get a few people for the second Sunday in October, which is, and if you are interested in cyberpunk, I'm gonna put this out there. Um, uh, Let me just check the calendar. October 2025. Um, uh, oh no, October 2025. I need a calendar, not nonsense. Yes, October of 2025. Oh, I spelled it wrong. So, but still, the first is Sunday. Um, yeah, Sunday the 26th. Sunday the 19th is okay. Sunday the 6th is GreyhawkCon, virtual GreyhawkCon. I'll be doing something for that. I don't know. Um, Sunday the 12th is I'm hoping. Sunday the 19th is virtual GreyhawkCon. I'll be not is I'll be able to GameholeCon running this one like for keeps. Running the Cyberpunk game for a bunch of strangers out in Madison. And Sunday the 26th is the after brunch for my cousin's wedding. So that's fun. One of my cousins is getting married. Another just got engaged. And a third definitely going to have a baby. So big family. That's what happens from families with a lot of cousins is cousins have weddings and stuff. It's fun. Oh, yes. But yeah, I'm going to definitely do it's the day before rent's due. And I'm gonna. Oh, I could have them roll for how much. Like at the beginning, is how much of the rent money do you have? And could you pool and split and splice to make it? And maybe I'll give them like I could give our rocker boy. She has like rent due for the studio they use or something. A little extra, you know. Just make it a little give them a little stakes, you know. Other than maybe the corpos will shoot at them if they don't do this right. But then I could. Oh, but then I could say if you hand them into the corpos, but you have to. If you pull off the double cross properly, Because if you just turn them in, they're gonna run, but they don't trust you enough. Yeah, if you manage to pull off the double cross, you'll get exactly as much as you need. So then it becomes a question of, do you want to help them? Do you want to turn them in? There are options. Um, but I have to work on that. Yeah, I've got the rough sketch of what I want to do. But yeah, I want to oh yes. The 12th is I'm gonna see if I can't scrape together some people on the 12th. I think that would be a way to do it. That way I've got a little bit of it under my belt. I kind of know what I'm doing. By the time that Gamehole Con runs around, because that'll give me a chance. So I'm not running it for the first time at the con. I did that with Definitely Wizards, and it went well. I didn't realize how short a time it takes. Yeah, Definitely Wizards is a very short game. I went for a whole 2 hour time block, and they crushed through my dungeon in 2 hours, even though I did more than the 12th is a Sunday. That's why I'm specifically choosing Sunday, because Saturday is I have Saturdays. I'm wasting too many Saturdays at the con and the wedding as it is, and Saturdays are I've got obligations on Saturdays that I'm trying to not. But Sunday 12th I think might be plausible. We'll see what we can scrape together. Um, uh, uh, um, I have 2 players that I know I can get to come. I'm almost certain I can get to come, but if I can snag a few more, it would be helpful. Like I usually 10 a.m., but we can adjust that too. Okay, but first we need characters. I need pre-gens. If we're gonna run around chat, we're gonna need pre-gens. So let us do that first. Let me Saturday, October. Okay, yep, Sunday the 12th. So let me. We are getting out of hand. But that'll help me. That'll give me a clear deadline to finish it and get a chance to like run stuff before I'm going out to Madison to run this with crazy friends. Okay, so let's do this. Next up is cyberware. Okay, so that's why I was here. Oh yes, and tasty kiwi kibble. Um, oh listen. I'm really good with newbies. If you, I mean, you don't have to. But yeah, absolutely. I can. Um, RP, I found it's pretty easy. But if you don't want to do if you don't do RP, it's okay. Like honestly, it's I would ideally stream it, but like honestly, um, little RP is okay, and that because then you can get into the crunchy of the mechanics and stuff, and um, it'll help me kind of coax RP. So this is consider that based on your RP that you've done for um, GOT too. I think you're pretty good at RP. Um, and I always think that people almost always underestimate how well they could do at RP. Ah, on stream. That's fair. A lot of the people I stream with are also first time streaming and have never played the system we're playing. So I've, consider it. Just an offer. Anyone else watching the stream who's not Clockwalk It, if you ping me on the thing, I will consider you too. But let us put a pin in that for now. Just put it on your radar as, hey, maybe this is a thing we could do. Um, yeah. It's very informal streams, and the and there's good people. But yeah, just consider, put a pin in it. I need to actually do this. So cyberpunk, yes, cyberware, not cyber with an ARE, not an EAR, because it's stuck in there. Like hardware, it's stuck in. Practicing safe cyber. Just beware of your humanity skills. What's our humanity skill, by the way? That is something we should note. Alright, we've only got 40, so we gotta be careful with that. Fashion. A lot of the fashion stuff doesn't even, like, let's see. This is what all of them do. Ooh, you can get gills. And internal. You can get, but that's, you need to, like, voice synthesizer. Ooh, you get voice box. Okay, external. we can't do more than 7. So, alright. And what it takes. Okay, so foundation. Alright, so you have to get a stamina arm and a hand. And then you can put different stuff on there, and then the foot can do different things, but you have to have them. And you can do shoulder mounts, and like real deal extra bonus, like full skeleton replacements, but what a sensory array. Okay. So, what do we have as a Netrunner? Interface plugs, Neuralink, and Shift. Hang on, what are these? Shift tacks. Alright, so we should. Let me put cyberware here. And then we'll go and note down whatever. See what we actually. Yeah. Where? Interface plugs. Neuralink. Neuralink and Shift tacts. Now we go and see, so 14 total lost humanity, which they say 1 empathy loss, but I think it's going to be 2, because humanity 40 minus 14 is 30, 26, which means we're down to empathy 2, which is not great, but, you know, livable. Neurotic, I would say. Okay, let's see. 14. How to get your stuff, cyberware. Okay, yes. So let me see what all of this is. So what do we got? We've got, alright, it's 222. We've got interface plugs is CyberArm. I usually put this up. So name Fox, Cyber Audio, Cyber Eye, Neuralink interface plugs come with the Neuralink. Okay, so the Neuralink is, alright, I'm gonna do it this way, just so we have what the interface plugs actually do. Okay, so you need allow plugs that allow, okay, so allow connections to machines. So you can just jack in whenever. It does not specify how many you get per yeah, I'm gonna say it is, okay, shift, what is shift tax? What are shift tax, I should say? Yeah, a speedwear, so Neuralink, I think it would be shift tax, Technicolor, that's fashion. This is, oh yeah, so, biochem skin, these are basic stuff that are just kind of fun little extras that don't even cost you anything. Brain dance recorder, ooh, that's fun. Chipware socket, interface plugs. Oh, Kayla! Hi! Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm doing character creation for a cyberpunk one-shot I'm gonna run in, Madison in October this year. So that's fun. Yeah. So I'm creating these, freaking, pre-gens, and I'm doing them on stream just to make myself do them. Ooh, fun. Yeah, cyberpunk games are cool. But what I was thinking was cyberpunk, let's see, cyberware. I'm trying to figure out, because I know, I'm doing the fast and dirty character creation, which means we get a lot of pre-gen stuff, simply because I have to do a bunch of these. I have to do 8. I was going to do 10. I'm scaling it down to 8 just so we can do it. Radar, scrambler, voice analyzer. It's not cyber audio. I'm trying to figure out what shift tacts actually are. And then we can independent air supply. Oh yeah, this is the fancy, make you extra sexy cool upgrades. You can do, fun fact, basic, the same kind of genital reassignment surgeries that we have modern day. So if you are trans, you don't have to spend, you don't have to have humanity loss to make yourself, comfortable in your own skin. You just have to if you really want to be fancy. Nasal filters, radar sonar implant, toxic binders, vampires, hidden holster, skin weave. Okay, so those are hands. Cyberdeck. Installed in a CyberArm. Ooh, okay, hang on. There's gonna be an ad break at some point, but let's soon. I can, um, I don't know. Shift attacks. I'm gonna, yeah, we have an ad. I do generally run the ads because um, um, subdermal grip, shoulder sketches, rippers, shift, no, Borgware, no, it's not Borgware either. Shift attacks. All right, we are gonna, nope, go away. We shall see. Okay, we got an ad starting in, what was I gonna say? FTM, oh, genital, I think that's true. You can get a pump, so I guess that would be the equivalent. I know, actually, one person who has it, but, she actually, is going the other way. She just had one because the diabetes made it hard, and she got it as, you know, but, before she transitioned. But, yeah, you can get a little bit of a, pumpy bit. That's true. We don't have those yet. Um, but you can get peeing standing up, which is actually, I think, what you really want in life. Like, that would be the most useful thing, I think. But, that is. I don't have. I can't. I'm not in a point in life where I could take off a few months for recovery to actually get surgery, and I'm doing pretty well without, so that is a future I'd like at some point, but, I might not even get the top, though. Anyway, that is, yeah. Transition is a thing. Bless. Well, I still gotta figure out which attacks are. Add starting soon. Okay, let me try this. Um, yes. So, why do you have the AI thingy in there? The search feature works perfectly well. Okay, hang on. At the end of the ad break, let me. Where are we doing? What are we? Come on, come get Addie. Come watch Addie be cute. All right, sorry about that. Bio break, but I'm back. Let me just whoop and up and hi everyone, welcome back. Um, let me see, how bad did we do for? Not terrible, not great on timing. Thank you for being patient. Okay, so Let me see what the 4. That that's 1. That's clothing and fashion wear. Okay, that's 2. Oh, it's in fashion wear. That's why we couldn't find it. It was in fashion wear. Okay, so we have this. It's a color changing lenses. Ooh, color changing lens implanted in the eye, and it's 0. Oh, so basically you can just have color contacts. Not even color contacts. You can have whatever color you want picked on the yes, coffee break. Um, Coffee is important. Believe me, I have a cupful here. And I was gonna refill during the we had a break, but that's okay. Mm. Um, okay. So shift tacks are just fancy colored contacts, implanted colored contacts that make your eyes cool. Um, uh, Fashion, which are okay. I'm gonna put a little note. Fashion wear contacts. They're fancy. They don't actually do any. Yeah, I bet you could put them in. I bet because of the way it's listed as if you're compensating for a disability, you like if you're compensating for something you don't have, like if you lose your flesh arm and then replace it with a basic prosthetic that just does regular arm stuff and no cyber, you don't get a ding on your humanity. So I'm guessing that if you had poor vision, and you put in shift tacks that were to compensate for that, like kind of implanted, like some sort of quasi LASIK implanted contacts, I bet you would um also wouldn't ding your humanity. I know the pure color version doesn't. But fashion wear. Okay, color contacts. All right, just so we know what that is. That's a okay. So there's that. Now, Neuroware, Cyberborg, Cyber Audio, internal. Yep. Okay, so this is what we got. We got basic, fun little skin stuff. All right, so that's basically what everything is. And actually, okay, so flak. Okay, what is uh armor pro? Oh, programs. Okay, this is the um Cyberdeck hardware. Okay, so this is stuff you can put in. Um, okay. Um, Programs. What is eraser? Okay, so booster. SIA increases all Pathfinder checks as long as the program means rest. Cloak checks. So this is. I think I need to figure out the new street economy, defenders, attackers. Okay, sword. Let me see why sword. Um, Anti-program attacker. Um, does res damage. I need to figure out. I'm gonna put a pin in the hardware stuff. Just um, the okay. So what is Frizzbolt? Buying net architecture, number of floors. Okay. Portable, yes. Okay. Buying net architecture. This is okay. I feel like we're missing. What does Frizzbolt do? Out of curiosity, anti-personnel attacker. Oh, directly to it. Oh, you can just net directly to someone's brain. Okay, that's cool. And worm, I think worm is Kraken, Lich, Skunk, Wisp, Killer, Sabretooth. Alright, Wisp. I think worm is probably in here somewhere. How about new sword? Worm, okay, it's a booster. Golden mechanical, okay, it is worm, it is with an arm. Alright, so what does that do? Oh, backdoor check. Sneaky, sneaky, okay. See, increases all Pathfinder, okay. So we can have that, or cloak checks. Yeah, so that helps you okay, so the SIA helps you navigate, eraser helps you be sneaky about it. Okay. Borgware, okay, so cyber deck hardware, okay. Um okay, let's um let's work on that for a minute. I think I'm missing. There's definitely something missing in the terms of the net. Okay, we're gonna have to put net running separate. Okay, we're gonna get the net runner set up separately, and then we're gonna go from there. But okay, this is active. Okay, that's the net runner. Okay, so this is. Okay, this is other stuff that. Alright. Services. Okay, so. Um. Okay. Body sculpting, brain dancing. So a brain dance is probably just like a one little chip. Drink. Okay. Oh, this is stuff that if you want to go out and have. If you find cyberware, if you want to get it installed, that's how much it costs to get installed if you have the cyberware yourself that you found somewhere. Um, um, Hotels, the fancy ones. Okay. Lifestyle and housing. All right, we're gonna cut back to that. Whenever you live beyond the lifestyle paid for at the beginning of the month, charge you separately. Okay, so lifestyle is if you don't pay for your lifestyle at the start of the month, you have 1 week to do so before you roll a death save. At the start of payday, you don't. So yeah, basically you're just either that's technically starving to death, or that's your landlord is coming at you with hires a goon to get their damn money. So um, yeah, that is makes sense. If you're not paying for food, you're um, um okay. A cable lifestyle is only about 100 Eurobucks a month. Okay, so 100 Eurobucks is for the um. Okay, I see. 100 Eurobucks is for the food. If you wanna if you're not buying yourself cable. Okay. Um, you eat horrible food that you might not buy for a dog you liked. Once a month, you can see a movie or a brain dance. Generic pre-pack. Your food would taste much better than cable by comparison. Each weekend, you afford to go out for a good bar and party and have a sit-down meal in a good restaurant. So once a week, you can have something fun. Um, Good pre-pack. Your food is the same quality as most restaurants, and while still artificial, it tastes almost exactly the same as real food. Frequent excellent bars and restaurants when you go out. Once a month, you can see a live concert or sporting event. Fun. Um, um, you can eat real food once per month. Real deal. Okay. If you are tired and you're far from home, you can get a nearby hotel room and not worry about your budget. You frequently eat an executive bar. Once a month, you can eat a world-class restaurant. Okay. Housing. You have a place to sleep sometime. A safe and comfortable place is preferable. At the beginning of every month, you'll have to settle your housing and lifestyle costs. If you pick one, the other, um, it's better to be evicted than to starve to death. Okay, so it's better to be evicted than starve to death. Agreed. Going with at least 6 hours sleep a day will give you minus to everything you tempt for each day. You've the last 6 hours. Sleeping in an uncomfortable situation will leave you fatigued the next day, which will penalize you, and is -2 for everything. Tempted while fatigued. This won't kill you, but it doesn't feel good either. So if you don't have like an actual house, you're sleeping rough. You're getting a -2. Um, Sleeping in housing with a number of persons greater than one plus the number of bedrooms. Person unconscious in cryostasis and corpses do not count to the limit. Cube hotel is the only exception. Sleeping with more than one person in a cube, always sleeping uncomfortable, and will leave you fatigued the next day. Okay. 1+. Alright. Unless you make a successful endurance check, sleeping on the street will leave you fatigued. Sleeping on the street is also asking for trouble. I've done it once or twice. Not fun. Don't do. Sleeping in the wilderness. Unless you make a successful DV. If you have to spend the night out, I will say, if you have to spend the night somewhere that's not home, it's better. Your better option, I would say, would be to try to like find a 24/7 place, as long as you have somewhere to go the next day where you can sleep. But like just stay up. Honestly, I've done that before. Yeah, if you have to spend overnight somewhere and don't have a place to sleep, you staying up is and finding staying up is often your better option. Um, and then go sleep later. Um, Sleeping in the wilderness, yes, same as sleeping in the wilderness. Wilderness survival check. Unlike sleeping on the street, other persons will this wilderness survival checking for you. Nomad friends are nice to have. That's true. If you have someone else to help you set up camp. Okay. Big money real estate. I'm probably only gonna have. Okay, hang on. We are getting out of hand. We moved on to entire different section. So that's I'm gonna put in pin in net running. So we're gonna go back for and just because this is I'm gonna go back. Sorry, we're going back. We're getting way out of hand, and it's 2:40. Okay. That was not what we planned to do. We are getting distracted. Flamethrower. Okay, so let me go back to the top and refocus, because we were working on, we're actually working on a specific character and not things, because we're probably not going to have the characters go overnight, or in the once or twice, and they all have apartments they can go to, so we're, at least, you know, yeah, maybe it's like 3 days before it's due, and they have 3 days, and then it'll give them time to get the mission happen, but they all have some place they can go. Okay, so, oh, night market, hang on. Live on the shelves. Okay, wait, we went way down. How did we scroll that far down? I think that's why. But okay, yeah, we scrolled, somehow managed to scroll to the very, very end of stuff. Which I was not planning to do. Yeah, we were going through cyberware, and then cyberware, putting the cyber into cyberpunk, cyber, and then, oh, okay, that's how we did it. So we were doing that. Oh, skin tact. Okay, hang on, yeah. And then we somehow went to the other side of that without meaning to, I think. Yeah, because that was then pages 300. So that's cyber. And after cyber should be how to get your stuff, cyber stuff, which we did. Okay. Okay, see, this is where we were supposed to be. That's why we ended up in, like, the sections for frickin' that. Okay, we got way out of hand. That's why it took take a life for its crime, sell it to a corporation. Yes, if you enrich your people to sell out. Okay. Catch. Um. Mm-hmm. Um. Um. Yes. You have some people. Um. Okay. Yes. Um. Yes, okay, and then the character sheet. Okay, so we just got distracted by art. And then there's a short story. Okay, so I got completely distracted and skipped 5 sections ahead by mistake. Okay. That is useful. Okay to know. Practicing safe. Okay, and then there's probably Netrunner. That's because it was a night mark about how to do Netrunners. Okay. Let me go back to the top. I think that's it then. Let me just hit save, just because you always hit save. Oh, yeah. There's wind, and my windows are open. Okay, so air pistols, handguns, how to do guns. Yes, okay, we're going back up. We're gonna start on, unless I think we've gotten the Netrunner done. I think we're just gonna have to check one last little bit at the top. Fetch points. We did our skills. We did our hit points. We did our humanity and took it off for the cyberware. We got humanity complete package calculated. We got edge runners. We got all of our stats. How to do stats. We got skills. We have fitted for the future. Okay, and that's the life paths we've been doing. I think cyber. Oh yeah, we got way. Okay, Meditech. What's our guys? What are they doing? Solo web. Okay, life goals. This is the life path. They have us. You have people rolling life paths for your. You can choose them, but as for pre-gens, we're rolling. In fact, I think I probably could have left off a chunk of that, but Tales from the Street. Okay, so run life path, buy your stuff, weapons, armor, gear, cyberware. Okay, so, yes, okay. Derive statistics. Alright, we have a fully on character. We had finished that runner ages ago. Okay, so, and then we got distracted by how to do stuff at the bottom, which I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so let's start with, let's go back then. Roles. Let's go back up to roles. We have the nomads, we have fixers, we have corp and lawman and media and techs and netrunner. Okay, and we're gonna have to. Alright, so tech. We're gonna go down to tech. Just because the world got dip and crack and hard to rise doesn't mean things have changed that much. Life in the city still depends on technology to keep everything going full on post apocalypse. And that means everyone depends on me. If your blender breaks, chances are you aren't going to see a new one at the local night market for weeks, maybe months. And that's assuming you're on good terms with the local fixer and they bothered to invite you. Meanwhile, I'm here ready to repair your blender, and your agent, and whatever else you got. Technology's the lifeblood of this city, and me, I'm the beating heart that keeps it flowing, at least in this neighborhood. Joad Torch Barbosa, Alive's owner of the Torch's Total Repair. Okay. You can't leave anything alone. If it sits near you for more than 5 minutes, you've disassembled it and made it into something new. You've always got at least 2 screwdrivers and a wrench in your pockets. Computer down? No problem. Hydrogen burner out on your Metro car? No problem. Can't get the video to run on your interface glitch or your interface glitching? No problem. You make your living building, fixing, and modifying a crucial occupation in the technological world, recovering from a war that broke the back of the supply chain. You can make good bucks fixing everyday stuff, but for the more serious money, you need to tackle big jobs. Illegal weapons, illegal or stolen cybertech, corporate espionage, and counter-espionage gear for black operations. If you're any good, you're making a lot of money, and that money goes into new gadgets, hardware, and information. Your black market work isn't just making you friends, it's also racking up an impressive number of enemies as well. So you invest in a lot of defense systems, and if really push the wall, call in a few markers on a solo or two. You've fixed up tech for everyone from Black Ops Corporate Samurai to Miss Zapata down the block. No one ever comes back to you with a complaint, but that might be because of the turrets guarding your front door. You're addicted to technology in all its forms, and that's what makes you a tech. Rollability is maker. Okay, let's go. We're going to do a new page. Yee. And then I'm going to put down the basics, and then we're going to go... Oh, no, hey, stop it. Stop it. Sorry. It tried to bring me... No. Fudging. Okay. Sorry. My computer's being fussy. So, if you want to open a new... yeah, that's... Come on. That's about right. Width-wise. Yeah, our zoom is 65, not... That's why. Okay. Yep, that's about right width-wise. Now, we go... in a minute... Okay, first we don't do this. We go to Times New Roman and we do size 18. The reason I do size 18, and I can change, I think I would change them if I were going to say print it, but the reason I do size 18 is because when I stream, I have to make these, I'll show you. This is a fun little fact about this. It's 2:48, alright. And what do we got on the ad sitch? 8 minutes. Okay, let's, sorry, I'm trying to, I think we can do this. I think we can do something fun in 8 minutes. But my point on this was I got to keep an eye on streaming, and also I can do the chat from here. So that's good. But what was I going to do? That. So I do see how this fits nicely next to my face, more or less. So you can see me, and you can see this, and you can see all of the entire breadth of it. The only way to do that is to make it certainly narrow. And to do narrow, you need to tweak certain settings on the word processor, and if you tweak those settings, it makes the text smaller. So I always do size 18 to compensate for that so I can read it and you guys can read it. If I ever printed these, I'd probably have to make the text size go down. But this one was, yes, it's saved. Close that for now. Now, oh, hey, blank document. Yes, so I'm going to start with, okay, now we have the text set up. We do Cyberpunk Red game. Okay, so game hole con of 2025, and we do tech, and then gender. Oh. Okay, gender. So we've been rolling for gender. We're gonna start the life path. I think we can get a life path going for this. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Alright, okay. Tech. Rollability. Why did it do that? We're gonna see what's the rollability is. Let's look in our book here. Maker. Okay, so, we set our rollability to 4, whatever that means. That gives us some leeway. HP is, I think it's, and humanity, do it this way, and then we do life path. We're doing, okay, so we're rolling for about half the life path, and half we're doing, so for those of you who haven't been following along, as I've been making all the rest of these guys, is that I've been doing a shared life path for these guys. But let me show you that. I'm very proud of this table, okay? This is my, like, signature one. You can absolutely use it, but we need, okay. No, I need a, I want to set a matching set, okay, here. These are the honeycomb ones. We're doing a matching set. I'm rolling a d12. I like d12s just because I don't roll a lot of d12. I use them for a lot of things. In fact, when I play 5th edition, have my players roll d12s every time they're traveling just to see if you get an 11 or 12, things go wonky. The more I have multiple players roll in the tower for the course of the day, and if multiple roll, things go really wonky. Okay, that's a 6, so it's even, which is, we have a lot of girls in this party. And 35, which means straight. Basically, and cis. Because I was, and if you get, think if you get trans, you can roll again for sexuality. But basically, my theory was, yeah, if you get high and then you end up as, uh, trans, but yeah, basically my theory on this was I was making way too many NPCs that weren't straight because I was just like, we will give them all, complex gender, and because, once you're in the queer community, you're kind of, why make any of your NPCs straight? Um, I've gotten a little better at this, but I tend to just leave it to chance a little bit because that gets a better spread of in the world, a more even spread, and kind of challenges me to say, okay, well, I can write people who are different sexualities. I can, and this just kind of challenges it, keeps it even, because it's up to random chance, if that makes sense. Okay, life path. So, I do tend to roll for. I mean, I am, and I would of course let this woman or this female, I guess. No, we're doing woman because is not a thing. We're doing woman. It's this one. Um. Uh. Yeah. Uh. Let's see. HP 45, humanity 71. Okay, so that's later. So HP and humanity, we're gonna do it later, but we're gonna start with this. Let's go through life. Let's go our life path, and we'll see. Some of this stuff is okay. So from South Africa, because um, some of these we've you know, um, okay, from South Africa. We're just gonna start with that. I'm gonna go. I'm trying to be less. Um, um, yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, African. Yep. Yes. Okay. So, say for that. Um. Yes, this woman. Hang on. Let me just check one other thing. Netrunner is this woman. Yep. I think they've all been so far. They've all been cis women except our solo. I don't have, but he's a cis guy, and yeah, we've mostly women on our team, and that's cool. You know what? It's fine. We can change that later. But yes, from South Africa we did. Okay, so let me bring up the life. Okay, Libra. So we're going back up here. We're going through the life path. So basically, when you have a character, you put the role, and then you go through, and then this is basically the 3 ways. You can do complete template, you can do Edge Runners Fast and Dirty, which has a little bit more variance, you get a little more control, a little more randomness, it's not just template, and then you got complete package where you do everything from scratch. Since I'm making a lot of these, I'm doing the Fast and Dirty kind of deal, so we have a little bit of variance, but, okay. Um, 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 Next, Nitex is patching up, fixing body and fixing gear. Lom, um, 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 yes. So pick a role. You did life path. Then you do cultural origin, and then you have your role based and regular. Pick up your culture origin language. You get a skill of rank 4. I am doing wait, why? Okay, that's fine. Okay, they're gonna do another ad break. I think we can do one. Let me start. We're gonna start the life path, and I might not be able to finish it because I do have a day job, and also I promised. Well, we'll see. Let me go. I have ad break, and let me go life path. Cultural origins, which we have set. Personality. Let's see. We have a 33 seconds, so I'm gonna. Oh, we're gonna use this die for our D10. It's pretty. I have a handful of those. Okay, and um, let's go. 4 is, what does 4 say? Moody, rash, and headstrong. All right. Um, why does that? Okay, we're gonna have an ad break, and then we're gonna go back, and we're gonna, no, we do put the frickin' we put our damn Oxford commas in here. I'm a firm believer in Oxford commas. Well, let me actually save this. Um, what's the word? I guess we're just gonna have to, let me just, for half a second, do this. Let me go and get this for half a sec. Oh, let me get, okay, hang on. Wait, no. Alright, never mind. It's doing that thing where it doesn't automatically do that. So let's go back to here, and, file name is hack, bracket, pre-gen, and then we have RTF. Alright, I'll be back in a minute or two, just, hang tight and look how cute Daddy is. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Let me just put myself down. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. I'm back. Let me just. I should have an ads thing, like, thank you for watching the ads or something. But, uh, yeah, I should have an ads thing, and then you can all. But anyway, essentially, I have a thing where we check. It lets me know when the ad breaks are. That way I can, sorry, the ear is just, it's painful. And I think it's because it was kind of healing before I put, one side is healing because I always only wear it on one side, but I do want to have both open. So we're kind of practicing with that for today. Okay, and what do I have to do if okay, so rash, headstrong. We were rolling on our special little charts. Okay, life path. Dress and personal style. Um, let's go with, a D10 for each. So 1 is generic chick. Okay. Um, um, yep, that's our vibe, and, okay, and we have our hairstyle. What's our hair look like? Her hair is, 9, which is short and curly. Makes sense. I think if we're gonna do curly hair, because of how, um, 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 yep, we're doing, short and curly hair. Um, sure. Let's see. Affectation. So we're doing affectation. 4. Um, spiked gloves. Has spiked gloves. You know what? Sure. Oh, and that's how you know that a repair is getting serious. If she takes off her gloves, that's how you know it actually takes like more than a tweak or two. If it's gonna take any kind of actual effort to get this repaired, she's gonna take the gloves off. If she does it with the gloves on, it's a piece of cake. It actually might be a fun little, but yeah, spiked gloves is the affectation. We do. Um, basically, we've been. We're gonna do all these wares. We're not directly repairing things. Night City is in California. I does not get cold enough to actually warrant like proper full cold gloves. So even in the winter, yeah. I think it's right where San Diego is now. I think. I'd have to look it up, but even if it's where San Fran is, it does not get cold enough to like legit require gloves. Not like New England or the Midwest, and even if it did, I think climate in Time of the Red is a little warmer than usual. Okay, 302. We're gonna keep going through for a little. We could keep going through. Roll 10. Affectation, we did. Motivations. What do you value the most? Is 8. Power. Um, values power. How that look exactly, um, is we kind of, as we go, have been, building up stuff. Power is what they value. Um, okay, let me just test this out quick. And then, let me check something. Yeah, see, we're going down the list. We're just doing life path as we go. But I'm thinking it's more worth it about to show you what I'm rolling on. And let's see, power. How do you feel about people? General attitude toward. Um. Um. Uh. I'm gonna go with 10. People are wonderful. Because that's the Let me roll the 10. I tried to re-roll it, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go. Um. Yeah, this is a general likes people. Okay. Um. Thing you value most is a or person you value most, and or living thing. One is a parent. Probably um uh uh his parent. Probably one who was dead or disfigured during that bombing, because that was big. That was the thing. If you had one dead or permanently disabled during the bombing, one or more parents dead or permanently disabled during the bombing, you qualify for the program. So now we got to figure out if that parent is the one who was killed, when someone they carry in their hearts, she carries in her heart, or is it someone, a parent back home, she's got she still cares. She still is in regular contact with one of her parents back home who survived it, and but not in a good state. Or is a parent, one of her. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be one of them, right? We're gonna go with that for now. Yeah, we're kind of building these characters as we go. Kind of like filling in details, but 7. All right, I'm gonna have to make note. Um, um, uh, Stuck back home. Yeah, I'm thinking one living parent, whoever who was either disabled or stayed behind, uh, and continued working. We'll have to go from there. D10 is valued possession is a musical instrument, probably something small that she picked up, some small little like a harmonica maybe some small music, very small, something very small and portable. Uh, a small musical. And we can sync a skill point or two into playing whatever it is. I've got to figure out what like harmonica. I mean, um, I'd have to poke into the culture. That's a thing that they have. Is that a I'm gonna put a pin. Let's see, harmonica. Um, or maybe more traditional one from South Africa. Let's see. Um, but yep. Background. Okay, so we did background. We've been doing. This is why I've been keeping background is going down to 7. Parents were okay. Yes, this is. I'm giving them all of the same. Um, um, I'm giving them all the same kind of the same background. Basically, I'm giving them. I'll show you what I'm doing. Um, no, this one. Yeah, we're putting it over right. So the parents were basically all of their parents were corporate techs living in this corporate zone. They had a whole neighborhood full of the families of these corporate techs that was bombed during the Corpo War. It was blown up, and as part of the compensation, Corpo agreed to have this little internship program at like they were a subsidiary company, so the parent company in Night City offered this internship, and then at the end of the internship, there was no guaranteed job, no guaranteed ticket home, no nothing. Just here's the last of your stipend money. Go out to Night City and live your best life. And they were like, well, fuck, because no ticket home, no nothing, and so these guys they kind of um all of them they kind of kept in touch, but they were part of their little ecosystem was that they've been all of these are guys 7 of them who stayed or 8 of them who stayed, they were a clump, they were friends, they stayed together, and they've been they're kind of still connected in Night City after this kind of internship program thing fell through. That's I'm giving them a background. That's as a background. Friends. um 7 childhood friends. The other players or NPCs. I mean, if I make them all, they all exist, even if not. So let me. Wait, we were doing. Yes. Um, let's see. 7. I'm just keeping track of time. If we don't, let's see. Break at 16. So at if 3:15 hits and we haven't finished this, then I'm going to call it because I do have a day job that I have to prep for. But let's see. 7 other players and so what we've been doing is, so I've been doing that to guarantee that I've been doing a certain thing to give them all shared background, all the players. But oh right, PDF. So this one is background, and if you go down to the next section, it's child environment, family crisis. Family crisis was the bombing. Okay, friends. So D10 subtract 7. Um, Most of them been rolling low. We had our rocker boy roll 3, and that actually led to or roll a 10. This is 3, which means subtract 7 and I'm 0. And so enemies, 7 childhood friends, but no others. So no other extra friends. Enemies. Do we have any extra enemies? That is a 7. And subtract 7, minimum 0. So no enemies. No current enemies. I think the solo had no living enemies. Or no enemies as of yet. So either. And it does have in each of the role sections, it's a, hey, you have this person on your ass. So there's always that. There's this is bonus enemies, essentially. You always have at least one person who's at least rivalry or trying to get you. This is just extra bonus enemies, and no extra bonus enemies. So we're going to do that, and then we can amend that as such. Okay, so no extra bonus enemies. Sweet Revenge. Okay, this is what, if you ever see them again. Oh, I never rolled that for our Netrunner. Let me put a pin in this. I didn't actually roll this. Tragic Love Affairs. Hang on, let me go back to briefly, our, open recent Netrunner, because she had an actual enemy, or an extra bonus enemy on top of the usual one. So let me, go here, and, go to Libra. Let me check something. Yep, I can swap them out. Briefly, Netrunner. Okay, I'm gonna briefly swap these, and then, we're gonna go to roll, this one, and we're gonna roll, because I don't think we did. Hang on, let me check, make sure we did roll. Corporal aligned, yes, so one enemy, cousin, yes, and I didn't actually roll. So how, if they ever do, because sometimes she does get occasional, like, random harassed randomly by Llama, and her cousin calls on her. But what are they going to do about it, if they meet up? If something happens, if they tend to meet, if they end up, like, officially meeting. Well, actually, I rolled, that's a 2. Avoid the scum. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, they avoid each other. They're bitter. Yeah, okay. So let me, let's close this down, and then we go here, and Libra should be Netrunner. It's Rocker Boy. Okay, no, I need this one. Yep. Okay. Ta-da. All right. So there's this. Then yep. So we have no current enemies. Our tech doesn't have any enemies. Makes sense that they do that. Okay. So life. Minus this out. Okay. So life. Bring this in open. This one is. So we have our PDFs. X. Any tragic X lovers. Do we have any tragic X's? Any tragic X's? Let's see. We've been rolling high on this one. 8. Yeah, so we have one tragic X lover. We've been rolling high on the tragic X lovers. Not so much on the enemies and friends, but we had very few enemies and friends. Tragic X. Okay. Rockabye had a lot of friends, but no enemies. Solo had neither, except the other player characters. This. Then we had our Netrunner and our thing who have a tragic X lover, though. Okay, yes. One tragic ex-lover, and how did it end badly? 4. That's the same, that's the same one that happened to our Netrunner. But she has no kind of enemies, but, Um, a chance to, what did he go off to? Alright, I'm gonna, um, her to, yep. Yeah, so she has an ex who became corporate black ops and doesn't talk to her anymore, and that's kind of sucks. Yeah, this is to have ugly exes. Like, our solo had three, got three on this one, so I think we had a rocker boy, she had one who went to prison, and I think we had, yeah, had one who went to prison. Solo had three. We definitely had I don't think anyone has had none. Which is yeah, our netrunner, hers went off. Her ex boyfriend went off to become a rocker boy. Like, got a corporate, got a album deal and just went off. And you know, that's the thing. These guys, they're yeah, we have had a lot of tragic love affairs in this life path. But and it's you have to roll higher than a 7. So it's all luck of the thing. And you know what? I'm here for it. Drama. Life goals. Okay. What's our big life goal? 4 is um cause pain and suffering to anyone who crosses you. So our life goal is dish out karma. Yeah, because if you say people are wonderful is your thingy, and then your life goal is people, you know, cause pain to people who hurt you, I think you're kind of on the karma. Like you're handing out karma. Are nice to people who are nice to you, and mean to those who you think deserve it. And you know what? I think that's a vibe. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah, we're kind of we're using that as a jumping off point to build a little bit more detailed characters, which I think is probably how you do. All right, role-based life path, rocker boy. We need. All right, no, it's a. Oh, fuck. All right, well, let's see what the role base is. How long is that one? Tech. All right, main clients. You know what? Let's finish it because I don't need to leave right away. Right away. One is local fixers who send you clients. So, um, most clients come from the fixer. Our fixer is, of course, the PC, so that actually makes sense. Most clients come from them. Okay. Where do you get your supplies? Where your 10? Oh no, it's a D6. Okay, well, we got a 1 on that, so we can keep it. But D6. Here's a D6 we can use for the next one. Where do you get your supplies? Is a 4. Yes. So corporate execs who supply uh uh though. Okay, so yeah, 2 of them actually. Uh, um, Most clients come from fixers, so uh, she has a few core people she does under the corporate people under the table work for, who um, keep her in. That actually makes a lot of sense with how we're kind of vibing with that. So actually, it's probably the same. She does runners for. She's like, oh yeah, if you need text fixed, go to this. Ooh, that's a good one actually, because that interlinks them. Um, Friend, Netrunner rec. Okay, yes, the Netrunner, because the Netrunner is corporate contractor. Netrunner recommends. Yeah, this is how we can kind of interlace the characters a little bit, so that when they start to play, they have links. Yes, this is good. This is very good. Okay. Who's gunning for you? Yeah, see, you have at least one current enemy. 5 is old client who thinks you screwed them over. Same Maybe it's the same client who assumed that they both, um, um, no current personal enemies. Personal enemies. Current personal enemies. One client that she screwed him over. You know what? Over and once. Beef. Yep. That so is kind of pain in the ass about that. Sorry. Yep, and then we can do this. This is the end. Who's gunning for you? Yeah, that's housing. Those rules cover where you sleep and are important. If you're exhausted, you'll suffer. Yes. So Jet Run Tech role about workspace table as part of their role specific. Who are your main clients? Oh, I see. Okay, wait, hang on. It's not running. It doesn't say anything about workspace for tech, but where? Okay, where do you get your supplies? Clients. Let me just see something. No, it doesn't have anything about workspace. Okay, well, we'll let it slide for now. Role on a workspace table is part of their roles. The role doesn't represent a physical location the character owns, but rather whatever space they set up to work in. Okay. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, good. It counts as sleeping in a vehicle. Okay. All right. So we don't have any actual workspace tables. Supposedly we're supposed to. So let's just keep that for now. And then Meditech. Okay. Um. Meditech. Tech. Oh, tech. Oh, So we missed one. Okay, I see. What kind of tech? All right, so let's go. We have a one we missed. Okay, that's cool. 23. I think we're okay. For time ish. We're gonna get this. All right. So first, what kind of tech? Now, first one is what kind of tech is a D10. So let me get the D10 back. Yes, we have this one back. So it's a D10. What kind of tech do we got? 7 is 7. What's our specialty here? Robot and drone mechanic. Ooh. Robot slash drone mechanic. That's kind of cool, actually. Okay. Do you have partner work alone? I'm gonna say. Oh, I get to choose. I'm gonna go with work alone, just cause. Yeah, I'm gonna go with work alone. Workspace like. I mean, I think probably 4 is design everything on your agent. Okay. Um. Uh. Um. Uh. Keep most. I'm gonna say designs on agent and go to clients. So yeah, agent has like you can get some really cool like yeah. So that has most of the design works on the agent and then just goes to clients. So portable tools. I'm gonna say given given the type of we'll just have like a portable tool. We'll put that in the when we get around to that, we're gonna put that in the thing. But most designs on the agent. Okay, portable tools. So doesn't have physical workspace. Goes to people. Um, what's your workspace like? Yep. Okay. Um, if you have a partner, work alone is okay. I see. It goes through the same place. Okay, workspace Then you go, who do you work for? Yeah, so basically it's you go to the, if you have everything on your agent for your workspace role, that means you go to the clients. And if you're a, yeah, robot drone, it's basically, okay, I'm going to come to you. All right, now we're going to have, okay, I'm going to snooze the ad break because right now I need to go and do work stuff. I stayed way too late, but I appreciate everyone who stayed in the stream because you guys are awesome. And we got our, I'll show you, we got like a good chunk, we got the entire life path for our, despite getting things, we finished our Netrunner and have the entire thing for our tech. So, you know, we did good. And look, I'm not buying viewers, by the way, irrelevant glimmery. So, just know that. You can hang though. We are going to raid. So thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Water, hydrate, food. If you have any meds, take them. That sort of thing. Just remember, you know, take care of yourselves. I don't want you to die on me or all that. You guys are awesome. I will be back tomorrow for Greyhawk, so that's fun. And where I'm gonna see if I can't arrange to stream the Cyberpunk one shot, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, tomorrow's Greyhawk. We have more of these guys on Tuesday and Thursday of next week. You know, on Thursday and Tuesday of next week, depending on circumstances, there might be some other nonsense. But yes, thank you all for coming. Take care of yourselves. Tomorrow's stream. Okay, yeah. Let us. And you shall go. Let's see. I think that's about it. Okay, let me. Because we got 5 minutes for this stream. So let me go here. Let's raid. Who are we raiding, you might ask? Let's see who's available. Is Steamy still on? Steam is not still on, but... Oh, Quill is on! Let's go raid Quill. Let's go raid Quill, because Quill is cool. Oh, Sable's on, too. What do you think, Quill or Sable? Should we raid Quill or Sable? That is a question I'm going to pose to you guys. Should we roll Quill or Sable? Or should we raid Quill or Sable? Or, okay, Ace Trainer, Liam's doing Pokemon... Brushfire's, you know... Oh, the GOT one is up, yeah. I'm thinking, Immersion. Oh, right. They're doing Borderlands 4, though. They're not doing their usual. And Ramus is always fun. But let's see. Quill or should we raid Quill or Sable? Does anyone have a preference in chat? Quill or Sable? Who do we raid? Or Sable? That is a good question. Alright. If no one says anything in the chat in the next 30 seconds or so, we're going to say Sable's evens and Quill is odds. We're going to roll it. Any last call, last call, last call. Should we raid Quill or Sable? I'm going to roll it if no one wants it. Okay? So, Quill being even... Sable's even, Quill's odd. We just have to establish before we roll. I'm doing a D... You know, we'll do the D6. Sable's even, Quill's odd. Let's do... That's a 2. We're raiding Sable. Okay, Yep, we're raiding Sable. So let's raid Sable. Everyone, come along, say hi. Oh, Clockwork's already there. Perfect. Okay. Come say hi to Sable, and we are good to go. Raid. Okay. And as soon as sure it's gone through, we're